It is not often that I get a chance to use the word anarchy at the 2014 NAB show, but I am surrounded by anarchy right now. Jim Tierney is the chief executive anarchist for Digital Anarchy, which is a plug-in manufacturer of some repute. Anyway, Jim, good to see you with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us, what does Digital Anarchy do?
We do plugins for After Effects, Final Cut Pro, Avid, Premiere Pro, kind of the whole gamut of editors and compositors out there.
You do plugins. Name one.
Beautybox Video.
Beautybox, I've heard of.
And we also do some Photoshop plugins.
Like what?
You're familiar with Primat, the green screen tool? So we do that for photographers. Obviously we don't do the video version, but we also have Tuneit, which is for doing cartoons, taking photos and turning them into cartoons. So a few different products out there.
Do you do the development or do you supervise others?
I am more the product manager, so I'm the one that comes up with the ideas. I'm sort of the interface between the artists and the programmers, trying to figure out what people need and what we're capable of doing.
Well, not to make too fine a point of it, but as I look at Beautybox, when that first came out, it did magical work, and it took like 5 years to get that to render. How have we managed to speed that up?
We're now fully GPU accelerated, so we're really taking advantage of both ATI and NVIDIA cards. We're using OpenCL, which benefits us tremendously for the new Macs, for the new Mac Pros.
Do you like the new Mac Pro from the purpose of your software?
Yes, it's a good machine. I mean, it's a fast machine. Personally, I wish it was a little bit more expandable and you could do some things with it.
Does the graphics card make a difference? Like the D500 versus the D700?
I mean, it makes a huge difference. I mean, the faster the graphics card, with the more RAM you have, or more memory you have on the graphics card, it's going to be better. So, as the cards progress, we're definitely seeing Beautybox get faster.
One of the things I tell people when they're scoping out the computer is, if you're going to invest money, invest it not in the speed of the CPU, but spend the money for better graphics cards. Would you agree with that advice?
It's good advice. So many things are using the graphics card now. It's also a little bit of a problem because so much is trying to use the graphics card, a lot's getting pushed over to CPU as well, because the card can only handle so much. It really depends on the work you're doing. It depends on if you're doing a lot of Beautybox and stuff like that, then it does make a difference. But for just basic editing, I don't know that the graphics card necessarily is more important than the CPU.
Well, we've talked about Beautybox because you've had that out for a while.
Yep.
But it's been out for a while.
It has.
I'm bored. Give me something new. What you got?
So about a month and a half ago, we released a product called Flicker Free. We originally designed it to solve a flicker that happens in time lapse. If you're shooting with the DSLR, if you lock down the aperture and you're in aperture priority, it'll automatically adjust the shutter speed, and you end up with slightly some variation between the frames. And so it was designed to fix that, which it does very well. But we discovered that there's a number of other causes of flicker out there, and it also works extremely well on those.
For instance?
For example, the sync problems that you have between cameras and electric lights. This sort of rolling band type of flicker that happens. We've discovered that that's much more common than I realized, and it's a very happy accident. It also works really well on slow motion footage. So if you have footage that the electric light, the lights aren't flicker free, it will even out the variance that you often see with slow motion, high frame rate.
What are you keeping your eye on for the future?
Looking at doing more stuff for Final Cut. Just trying to find ways to make the life of editors easier.
If an editor has a problem they'd like solutions for, now clearly you don't do custom development, but if like 5 or 10 or 20 people say here's an issue, it's something that you'd pay attention to. How do they feed that to you?
You can just send an email to me, jim@digitalanarchy.com.
Do you welcome stuff like that? Or
we love to hear feedback. I mean, I love to get ideas. I mean, this is partially where Flicker Free came from, and we would definitely love to see more requests.
What website can people go to learn more?
Digitalanarchy.com.
That's all one word. Digital Anarchy. DIGITALANARCHY. Digitalanarchy.com. And Jim Tierney is the Chief Executive Anarchist. Jim, thanks for joining us.
All right. Thanks for having me.